Hello.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us this evening. We do have a recording as well, so we can drop that through afterwards if anyone needs it. And if there are any phones, please feel free to bring them up to the front, and then we'll make a start. All good? Anton, should we kick off with you?
Hi, Sarina.
Thanks, Anton.
Hi, Sarina.
Oh, it's you.
Hi. You've thrown me now. That's it. World Cup qualification done. 80 goals, none conceded. How's it been?
Yeah. I don't think it could be much better than this. So I'm really happy. And I think like this camp after the Euros always seems to be a hard one. You know, we very big height. But I think the team has done a tremendous job coming out of the summer. Everyone came in very differently, but then you play two games like this, and we knew, of course, tonight that we were, so much better than Luxembourg. But we had to make the tempo of the game and keep the energy in the game, and that's what we really wanted to do. And I think that's what we did most parts of the game. And at 10-0, it's really nice to go home with too.
I'm not going to lie. I thought there might be more changes tonight. Why were there only 3 changes to the starting lineup with the WSL stance?
Well, it's just you're thinking about performing. You're thinking about how do players come in. You also think about what's next, and people come to the stadium also to see the English team. They have seen a lot, so we're balancing with all these things. And then I with the technical staff came out on this starting lineup, and we made early 5 subs, so lots of players got the opportunity to play, I think.
I'll ask you about Kira Walsh. Obviously, news of her move potentially to Barcelona has come out today. How difficult is it for a player when things like that happen, building up to a match?
Well, I think you should ask her, and I think we've had the focus on the England team, and that's what it has been. I think you could see that on the pitch too, because she was fully concentrated, played 2 very good games, and a little different role the second half today, where she doesn't play that much, but I think she showed she's here, all focus on England and doing a good job.
Is it a relief to get through this sort of international period, like I said, with the WSL starting this weekend with no injuries and no sort of knocks?
Yeah, that's really nice. That's what you want too, of course. You want that's what you always want, actually. But you always want to perform here. You also want to perform here, and you normally when players come in, they have rhythm. And now that was a total different situation. So it was really balancing in performing, but also trying to keep to manage load a little bit. And I think that worked well. Everyone came out fit, and so everyone can go back to club and perform there, and that's of course really nice.
Thanks, Anton. We'll go to Faye at TalkSport.
Hi, Sarina. This is going to sound like a really strange question, bearing in mind you've just scored 10 goals. But was there a little part of you that thought we definitely should have had more and we're going to need to be more clinical, even though it's a friendly against the USA?
No, I had... what do you mean? Even though it's not a friendly against the USA?
No, it's a friendly against the USA at Wembley. Is what I mean. The next game.
Yeah, but that's a total different game than this game.
What I mean. Sorry, I'll phrase it differently. That'll be easier. Obviously, this is a World Cup qualification game. You scored 10 goals, but it's against Luxembourg. With the greatest respect, there were times in the game where you could see how frustrated the players were that they weren't more clinical. Were you feeling that on the bench? Because obviously, the amount of chances created, you've got to be more clinical against a side like the world champions.
Yeah, but I do think that it's a total different game. Like now, when you're up 5-0, you want to score the 6, but really doesn't have any consequence. And you got so much time. And against USA, it's the tension of the game. The moments you get the chance, will be totally different too. So no, I'm totally not concerned. What we saw today, that many players score goals. We've already showed also in the Euros that we can score goals against top countries. So now we should. Yes, you always want to score more goals, but I think 10 is a pretty good amount, and there were some very good goals in these 10. So I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I thought you might be. Equally, Nikita Paris on the score sheet again. Bethany England with 2 goals. We've talked about squad depth on many occasions, but that must be very pleasing going into this next run of matches and leading into the World Cup to know that you have these players that can come in and do a job.
Yeah, of course, that's nice and that's good. And again, that's what we also showed already in the Euros. And you hope, when we play the top level countries, you also have to be very good in defense in transition moments. So that will look totally different than tonight.
Just one final question for you. Big WSL weekend obviously coming up. What's next for you in this next period? Will you go home? Will you get to watch much domestic action here? What's your plan?
Yeah, I always do. I will go home. I will go watch matches. And the next camp is going to be really early too. There will be Champions League matches where we will go and watch too. So lots of football the upcoming month.
Excellent. Thank you, Sarina. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Faye. We'll go to Amy on the front row, please. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. Congratulations. I just wanted to ask you about the under-23 team that you brought in when you took the job. Obviously,
I didn't bring that in personally. There was an FA thing which I totally supported.
Yeah, I went to one of the under-23 games, and Mo Marley talked about how supportive you had been of the under-23s and how visible you were. And I know you brought Lauren James into this camp and Ebony Salmon as well. And I remember speaking to Ebony, she talked about always seeing the path to the senior team because you were always paying attention. How much did their performances and your conversations with Mo about the under-23s factor into bringing Lauren and Ebony into this camp?
Yeah, we have conversations all the time about players, young players. I think it's pretty hard to come into the senior squad because the level of the team is really good. And Lauren last year couldn't come into the under-23s because, well, of course, we follow her. Ebony has been in the under-23s. Sandy has played there too. So yes, there's connection. And when we're on camp, they're on camp. So we can't attend a lot. But when they're on at St. George, when we're all at St. Georgeburg, you can just go and have a look at the training session for a short while and get connected. And of course, we share videos and clips of that too, and we have conversations about players. That's what we will keep doing. At the end, our team is for performing, and we keep a very good eye on the young players. And at the moment we think they're ready to come in, we will invite them.
And I just wanted to ask you about some of the players. Obviously, Fran's missing, so Ella Toon got a bit more of an opportunity from the start in this camp. Chloe Kelly missing, so we saw Nikita Paris and Lauren James. How pleased are you that the players came in and took their chances, and how much of a headache does it give you, going into looking ahead to that next camp as well?
Yeah, right now I don't have a headache. I hope I'll get a headache later on. I think we're now just really nice that we finished the qualification matches. But no, it's just really good to see these players, and it's also good for us to see them in our team training. Like for Lauren James, for example, and Ebony Salmon. And we also know, of course, what Chloe Kelly and Fran Kirby bring. And again, now we're going back to the Women's Super League games or some players play abroad. They get their minutes there. We really follow them very closely and see what the performance is there. And then for next camp, we make choices again. That's actually what our job is about.
Thanks, Amy. We'll go to Tom at the back. Tom, Gary, thank you.
Thank you, Sarina. Congratulations. The FA announced tonight that you're going to go and play at Brighton against the Czech Republic in the next round of games. And I just wondered if you could talk a bit about that choice, not just the stadium and the atmosphere that you had there in the Euros, but also what is it about the Czech Republic that you're hoping can be a test as you keep preparing for the World Cup?
Yeah, well, we wanted to, of course, we have USA, then we have Czech, the level just below that. So 2 games, I think the USA will take energy of us too. What we want to take from that, from those 2 matches, of course, is to develop our style of play. So everything what we do now is going ahead and get ready for the World Cup. and Czech is one of the teams that we play against.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. We'll go to Simon, just next to you. Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. How much are you looking forward to seeing this team go against the USA and testing themselves? And also, you've experienced a lot of good atmospheres. What do you think we'll expect from Wembley at that night?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very exciting night, a loud night. And what we're really looking forward to, of course, is that it's sold out again. And that's really nice, but especially also that we are going to play the number 1 on the FIFA ranking, to see where we are at that point. And I think we're in a good place. And yeah, it's really exciting to play them because those are the tests you want all the time. So Spain, of course, was really good. Germany was really good. Sweden, very good squad. But the score looked as if it was really easy. It wasn't that easy. So yeah, we need those matches to really see where we are. And I'm really happy that we play it already in October. So then we know at that point where we are, and from there we can go and get the further preparation towards next summer.
And as the profile of this team grows, they could justifiably play more games at Wembley. But do you think it's important that the team keeps playing around the country as well to build the fan base, up here in Stoke, down there in Brighton?
Yeah, I think so. That's what you saw tonight too, and people were so enthusiastic. And at the moment we're very popular, and I just hope we keep doing that. We keep our fans happy, and I hope they had a very good night and they enjoyed watching the game. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what you saw what the team did too. You have to play with energy, even when you have an opponent that's weaker than us against you. You want to play with lots of energy and play as good football as you can. You want to keep the tempo high. And what the team also, that you see that in the transition moments. So when we lost the ball, we really won it back as soon as possible. And that's what people want to see too, that you really put lots of effort to play a good game.
Thanks, Simon. We've got time for a couple more questions. So we'll go to Charlotte first.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
Of the substitutes who made up the Euros squad, I think all but one got minutes against Austria and Luxembourg. Was that a nod to their commitment in the squad during the summer?
Who are you talking about?
All the substitutes that came on. So, for example, Bethany England, Nikita Paris, Alex Greenwood, who were subs during the summer tournaments, have now got minutes.
Yeah.
Was that a nod to say, okay, you didn't start, you didn't play all the time in the Euros, but we thank you for the kind of commitment that you put into the squad?
Yeah, that's also really nice to do. So, yes, that's something you could give. They gave so much to the team, but it does start also with performance. So it's performance, and today, when you play a game and it's 0-0, and you think, okay, we have to do this and this to win this game, then you make the choices to win that game. And today you can make choices. We knew we were going to win the game. You want to try some things out. You want to see some players, and that were lots of players that were indeed involved in the Euros. And that's really nice that they were so committed to the team too. And I think winning the Euros is not just doing it by 11 players. It was 23, but also in the prep camps we were 28. So yeah, I'm happy for those players that we can get that opportunity.
And when Katie Zellem came on, she dropped slightly deeper in comparison to Kira Walsh. What was the rationale of Walsh pushing up and Zellem dropping back?
Well, I think Katie is more comfortable in that position, and Kira, a little higher on the pitch, is more comfortable there, while she actually wants to play or is best behind the ball. But we wanted to see that too. And higher on the pitch, the spaces were a little tighter, and Kira, she's very agile and has some very good passes. So we thought let's give that a try.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Charlotte. We are going to have to call it a night there, if that's okay, and then we'll go down to mix zone and get you some player access as well. So thanks for your time and thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.